Hey everybody. So, do you like vanilla bean flavored things? Well, I love I love vanilla. It's so good and I love really good vanilla. So, I'm not going to be drinking. This is not a video about me starting a whole drinking. As you can see, I have a lot of alcohol here. That's not what this video is about. I'm going to show you how you can make your own vanilla. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So this is my bourbon vanilla. This has been in my cabinet for probably 9 years, maybe 8 years, a while. And bourbon vanilla is, Pampered Chef's vanilla that we have is a double strength bourbon pure vanilla. And when I smell ours, it smells really good. And this smells exactly the same, okay? I do smell a little bit more alcohol. Ours is 35% alcohol, so it's not like, you know, this is much more, but anyway. So bourbon vanilla, I really don't use this one as much because it's stronger. Vodka vanilla, however, I use a lot. And so I have so many bottles. During several years ago, we had a liquor store locally go out of business. So I was able to buy bottles of vodka for $5, okay? You don't need to buy expensive. In fact, find your cheapest vodka. The store recently had a bunch of vodka. It was like $12. It was like, okay, like cheap. So what I do is I repurpose bottles. So maybe you buy syrups for your coffee. So I repurpose these. I strip them down. I clean them really well. This one is a syrup bottle. This one was a non-alcoholic spirits bottle I think I got from Home Goods that I actually ended up not liking it, but I watched it. It was a good bottle. So you become a little bit of a bottle hoarder. And these have been sitting in my cabinet. Well, I have refilled some of these. I'm pretty sure these two bottles here are a good 8 years in the making as well, okay? So you're gonna see how dark they are, okay? So you're gonna see, you wanna take them out every once in a while and you shake them up and you have vanilla. But let me show you, it takes about 6 months, a minimum of 6 months for your vanilla to be worthy of baking, of use in your baking. So if you're watching this video in March or April, it doesn't matter the month. So whenever you start this process, you want to be able to use it in about 6 months, okay? So what I do is a couple of things to get you going. Now, yes, Pampered Chef's vanilla is fantastic, and I love it, but maybe you want to give someone a gift. So think about a bottle like this of regular vodka. You can even buy the vodka in a pretty bottle and strip it down and whatever. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take vanilla beans. Now, there's all sorts of places you can buy vanilla beans. Mine happened to be from a website called beanilla.com. I don't get paid by them. I'm not a sponsor or anything like that, but I have found good quality beans. You don't need high-grade beans. There's different kinds. There's like an A grade and a B grade. You don't need high grade. You need the B grade because you're going to soak these anyway, so you don't need to have a high grade bean. You can also choose where you want your beans to come from. So these are a Mexican vanilla bean. They have Tahitian. They had Madagascar. They have, I'm sure I missed, you can look on websites and find different kinds of beans, okay? So we're going to open this up. Now, depending on where you get them from, depending on how many you buy, they can be pricey, okay? So depending on your bottles, so a bottle like this, I want to say I can't really tell. I've got a good 10, 12 beans in here, okay? And because you want it to be like vanilla. Now you can see on this one, it is really clear. In fact, you might be able to see it doesn't have enough beans. This is vanilla vodka. That's what this is, okay? Vanilla vodka. This is not vanilla extract to use in baking, okay? There's not enough beans in there. It's not dark enough. So you have to use enough vanilla beans to do the job. So what I do is you take your beans, okay, and you can take whatever knife and you're simply going to slice it down the middle. Now, once you open it, you're gonna see the caviar inside. And that caviar is vanilla bean paste. That's what, that's your bean, they call it caviar, okay? And so you can take, this is the pepper quarter. So if you want, you can take this and just make sure, there we go. All right, so you're gonna scrape this out, okay? Now this is good stuff. Now you're not gonna throw your bean away. Oh, I didn't open it enough. Okay. We're gonna take our lid off. Now, anything that gets on your hand, don't get rid of that. That's all good stuff, okay? So this right here, that's pure flavor. So we're gonna put that right in there, okay? So I am going to make sure I cut this a little bit better. And we're just going to keep, I've got a spot right there. And we're gonna cut that. So as you can see, we have some of the caviar, okay? Now, you're gonna put it all in there, okay? We don't wanna waste any of this. Now, the other thing is you don't have to scrape it out the bean, because you're gonna take the bean and you're gonna put it right there in there, okay? And so, but you do wanna cut them open. All right, so all of our beans, I actually split them up. This is not enough for that one, but here is the start. So this, I will put in the back of my cabinet for the next year, okay? Now, here's a tip. You always wanna have a bottle of just plain vodka kind of hanging out. Let me tell you why. So, as you're using this, you don't want your liquid to go too far past the beans in the pods, okay? So as you're using it, and that's why you maybe want 1 or 2 bottles. So as I'm using this, okay, then let's say it gets down to here, what I'll do is I'll add some vodka to it and I'll rotate it to a different bottle, so that those always stay hydrated. And it's because they'll infuse flavor into your vodka for a long time. You don't have to keep buying beans unless you're going to give it as a gift, which maybe I will. I don't know. So this right here, this needs more beans, but see how clear this is? And then you have this, okay? And this is the goal. So start making your homemade vanilla now, so that it'll be ready in baking season, which this could be any time, but typically when it's colder. But yeah, you need at least 6 months of it to marry the flavors together. So, I don't know, give it a try. It's just fun.